What's up everyone, your boy Renzo Bezzi is back and I'm going to talk about my experience flying with Philippine Airlines on Airbus A350-900 series on business class. So last December, I went to Davao and booked a flight via Philippine Airlines. Originally, my ticket was only economy because during those times, the ticket is quite expensive and the cheapest that I found was through Philippine Airlines. My flight was scheduled to depart Manila December 26th, so obviously the ticket prices during that time is really high. Originally, my flight to Davao was an Airbus A330 tri-class. I was looking forward for that flight because I really love their Airbus A330 tri-class. I've flown their tri-class when I went to Sydney 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And even if I've flown the tri-class on economy class, I wasn't really disappointed with their services. And also the in-flight entertainment system is really smooth as a butter. Like, seriously, it's state-of-the-art. There are so many choices, especially the movies, the shows, but then again, kudos to Philippine Airlines for upgrading their in-flight entertainment system. Alright, back to my story. I didn't have any plans to fly business class because it's just a domestic sector. The flight from Manila to Davao usually takes around an hour and 40 minutes, so why would I pay extra for an hour and 40 minutes, right? I can just leave the entire flight. 3 days before my flight, they sent me an email and they told me that I'm qualified to bid for a seat at business class. If I'm not mistaken, I only paid $2,600 and it comes with tax, so I think it's almost $3,000. But then again, if my bid amount isn't that enough, they won't charge me, so I got nothing to lose. I just bid the smallest amount possible, so that's less than $3,000 for an upgrade. 24 hours before my flight, they approved my bid and I was upgraded to business class. I was like, seriously? And the best part of it, my flight was upgraded to an Airbus A350 Series 900. My flight was scheduled to depart around 7, but they moved it to 9 in the morning, so I was 6 hours early at the airport at the Terminal 2. I didn't worry about staying at Terminal 2 because I still have the access to the Mabuhay Lounge. So I just stayed there for the entire morning. About the Mabuhay Lounge, I think everyone knows that the Mabuhay Lounge's Arroz Caldo is one of the best. I'm not joking. I mean, it's just an Arroz Caldo, but it's one of the best Arroz Caldos that I've tasted in my entire life. So I am not even exaggerating. So the food choices there are not as extensive as any other lounges around the world, but it doesn't have to be filled with a lot of food. I think that's already enough to fill the tummies of the passengers, most especially in the early morning flights. Now, during that time, it was almost jam-packed, but I still found a seat for myself. So I just waited there for 6 hours. And also the Mabuhay Lounge has their own Wi-Fi connection, so the bandwidth is separated from the public Wi-Fi of the airport terminal. But yeah, I was really satisfied with the amenities of the Mabuhay Lounge has to offer in Terminal 2. I haven't been to the international side of Mabuhay Lounge, but I was told that the food selections there are more extensive than the domestic side, but I have yet to find that out. Well, so during the boarding process, if you're a business class passenger of Philippine Airlines, you can board at your own convenience. So about the service of the business class, I get what I paid for. I wasn't really disappointed with the services inside the aircraft, and also it's a brand new aircraft, the Airbus A350-900. Right after they served the meal, I was supposed to order the chicken adobo because I was so hungry that time. Despite eating a lot of food at Mabuhay Lunch, you know, I'm always hungry. But unfortunately, it wasn't available at that time. I don't know, the business class wasn't entirely full. We were only like 10 inside the business class. Right after the breakfast, I decided to try their flatbed. And yeah, I slept for at least 20 minutes until the cabin crew woke me up because I have to recline my seats because we're about to land. That was really crazy. So I just realized that if you have enough money to shell out, and if you're flying long haul, then the business class is really worth it. You have your own bed, and also the services are really good. The cabin crew would always make sure that you're very comfortable. Overall, my experience with Philippine Airlines flying the business class on the domestic sector didn't disappoint me, didn't fail me at all. I am hoping that I'd be qualified again for the upgrade. What I'm really after about it is the lounge access, most especially if you're flying Manila to any domestic sector. You know, Terminal 2 really lacks a lot of stuff. In Terminal 3, there are so many restaurants, while in Terminal 2, there are close to none. I mean, you only have like 2 or 3 choices. I think that's something that the passengers should consider. I would definitely recommend everyone to try the bidding process of Philippine Airlines for the business class or even the premium economy. You guys can just bid the lowest amount and just pray that the seat would be readily available. Other than that, if it's not available, then you have nothing to lose. They won't charge you, you know? So it's just grabbing a chance. Here's to hoping, right? So in a nutshell, I really had a great time flying with Philippine Airlines on business class domestic sector. Well, hopefully in the near future, I would try the business class on the international sector because I guess it's going to be worth it, most especially if it's long haul. So, hope you like this video and don't forget to click the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. This is your boy Renzi Benzi saying adios amigos. Bye-bye.